Good morning, everyone. It is like 7 a.m. I'm on my way to my yoga class. I made it after a really restless night. Very sleepy. Vibes were bad, but we're okay. I'm excited to do that and then get to work for day 3 of GDC. We made it back home. We did yoga. We survived. Now I need to shower and get ready for work, and then we're back off to Moscone at some point. So got a small handful of talks today, hopefully, including a sound bath hosted by a company I applied to while I was job hunting. Isn't that funny? So we'll see. Maybe I can make a connection. Alrighty, you know the drill. It's lunchtime right now. I am going to do some more work. Then we are going to head to Moscone, watch a couple talks. I'm gonna try and meet up with a couple people today. Gotta build the network, you know? And tonight is so exciting. It is the GDC Awards. Went to this last year, literally cried. My personal favorite game award that happens. So hopefully I can take you there too. And because it's the GDC Awards, I put in, it happened, my camera died. So I don't have the charger. I didn't bring it with me because I'm dumb. So these are gonna be like phone vlogs from now on, but maybe that's okay. It is about lunchtime. I just had lunch with my mom and I'm gonna do some more work, and then we're gonna head to Moscone, do a couple talks this afternoon. And tonight is the GDC Awards, GDCAs. I loved going to that last year. It was the best part of the night. I'm hoping that I can skip the IGFAs and just watch the GDCAs, not because I don't think the Indie Games Awards are good, but because tonight is one of the only nights I can hang out with like one of my local groups of friends, and I would like to not waste that. And so I kind of did a middle ground where I was like, I'll hang out with them a little bit and then I'll do the GDC Awards. So fingers crossed there. I really hope I don't have to enter like before then. So we'll see. But because it's the GDC Awards, I put a little bit more effort into my outfit. So let's go look through that. Pay no mind to the unmade bed, okay? So this is just like a long sleeve top that I have. I wore it just for the evening of Monday, and then I was like, no one saw me on Monday, so I'm wearing it again. These are the pants that I wore yesterday as well. They're from Find Me Now, the label. I really like them. They were too long, but my mother-in-law cropped them for me, which is very nice. This is my Hypeland Hello Kitty jacket. I really love it. And then I've brought my makeup bag, my Rare Beauty makeup bag, in my bag so I can do my makeup before the show. And then I just like washed my hair yesterday. So this is the hair situation. I've been really bad about doing outfit show and tells, so just know that. Oh, and my accessories. I'm wearing my Women in Games 2025 and gamer friendship bracelets that I got from the Amazon Women's event, which is fun. And then my ring. I always wear that, obviously. I'm married. So yeah, let's do some work. Let's go to Moscone and we'll go from there. Shout out Moscone West, blasting Taylor Swift right now. I'm headed to the Expo Hall happy hour before I meet up with some friends, and then we're going to the GDC Awards, and then we're meeting up with more friends. It's gonna be a busy night, but it should be fun. Let's go. Welcome to the Expo Hall. It just opened today. There's all the big companies at the front. There's a bunch of smaller companies elsewhere. It's pretty fun. Let's see what we can find and have a good time. Okay, this area is one I have to shout out. This is Alt Control GDC. It stands for Alternative Controllers, and these are games that people have designed, fully realized games that use everything except for a regular game controller. So like this one is seesaw operated, for example. This looks like a puppet's body that you do stuff. It says press heart to play. So like what creativity people have, right? Such a cool initiative GDC does. Highly recommend if you're here at any point in the GDC cycle to check it out. Hi everybody. it's not day 3 anymore, as you can see, but I wanted to come back and finish up the vlog. So after we went to the GDC Awards, which you see some footage here, and the nominees are
the nominees for Best Debut are
environment nearly as quickly as AI can. But we exhibit something more.
Quality, originality,
and generalized anxiety disorder.
One, GDC Awards were amazing as per usual. What a sweep from Balatro. I feel like Animal Well was kind of snubbed. I feel like Animal Well should have gotten something, but Balatro was amazing too. I cried. It happened again. It was a lot of people being very honest about how individuals in a lot of our industry feel, and not necessarily how big corporations and or high-ranking individuals feel. So it's always very nice to be reminded of what our peers think of. And very similarly to last year, especially with being laid off this year or last year, you know, I started the beginning of this year being like, am I still interested in games? Do I still want to be here? You know, obviously I want to keep working in the industry, but we're experiencing unprecedented times, blah, 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 blah. And so being in that room again was like a really great reminder, like, yeah, this is the industry of my peers, and like this is where I work and live and, you know, breathe gaming. And also I think it's always very affirming to be in that room and be like, some of the biggest names in gaming are here, and also like the next undiscovered gem. You know, there's a Best Debut Game award, and the host was like, you know, everyone is hoping to be that next best debut, but it could be you. It was great. I love the GDC Awards so much, and I hope everyone has a chance to go to them one day. I believe you need any kind of GDC pass. It doesn't have to be an all access or anything like that. So if you ever have the ability to get a GDC pass, I highly recommend the GDC Awards every GDC Wednesday. But yeah, so that was kind of the end of my night. I managed to make it out to the neurodivergence in leadership micro talks, and those were really, really good. I spent a lot of the talk being like, oh, the challenges I face and or the coping mechanisms I've come up with are not just like quote unquote normal. Like being diagnosed with ADHD only last year, I keep coming to terms with like, oh, this was my ADHD, or this was probably my ADHD. But like having a woman with ADHD who is a game developer, who is a producer, talk about how like these are the coping mechanisms she literally uses, or like these are the policies at her work that have really made things easier, and I'm like, oh, I've kind of like accidentally stumbled onto these. It just, again, topic of yesterday was a very affirming day, so it was really cool to hear from a lot of neurodivergent leaders. And the general theme of the talk was, how do you like nurture and grow neurodivergent talent so that they don't burn out first and like fall out from the industry, and I think that's an important one. So huge congrats to all those speakers. What an amazing talk. But yeah, that was my Wednesday, so there's the catch up, and I'll see you all tomorrow for Thursday's vlog. Here's a sneak peek at the outfit for Thursday.